Hello, Capricorn. Welcome to Mystic Inspirations. My name is Leanne. I will be bringing you your monthly tarot and psychic forecast for the month of 16. I have already thrown some stones out for you, and I do have a few messages for a handful of you. It looks like you are keeping your illness at bay. You are having some great healing happening right now, and it looks like you are having a nice interaction and sort of communication with spirit, with your intuition, with grounding, with things that are karmic lessons, things that are coming up from the past. This is all sort of circling around you, and it's a good thing. I feel like everything is lined up very nicely for you if you continue to just move forward with that. I do see travel for a few of you, flight specifically. I also see that there is still a little bit of trepidation in things that you vocalize. Your throat chakra will be having some trouble. What else do I see here? Your intuition is starting to become very strong, so don't discount it. It's helping you with your healing. I feel like your dreams are bringing lots of messages, and Spirit is actually putting in some memories from past life. Okay, so if you've had a question about your dreams being sort of kind of weird or out of the norm, where you're just kind of like, where in the hell did that come from? It's your past life memory, okay, being injected into your dream state. So, okay, well, Capricorn, if you are new to the channel, these are general readings, so very likely that it may not completely resonate with you, all of the information. I do read the energies of the cards, and they are always subject to change, right? So please watch your moon and your rising sign. You'll get a more complete picture of what's going on. What else? For all of you who have liked, subscribed, shared, and commented, I so appreciate you. This has been really a wonderful experience for me. I am definitely not new to tarot, but I am new to the YouTube video uploading and whatnot. So thanks for making this an enjoyable experience. And also, you can check out the website. I've got some discounted specials running right now, and I'll be making some more updates at the end of the month. You can check that out at mysticinspirations.com. Especially if you would like a personal reading that is just for you. Okay, I'm going to move these stones out of the way since I'm in a different location right at the second, and get Capricorn's cards dealt. Okay, getting a little jumbled here. Okay, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising. This is for the month of 16. Move this completely out of the way. We have the Magician, Two of Pentacles, Knight of Cups, and the Sun. Beautiful. Okay. These are the energies representing the month of August. Sort of weekly, but of course, we're almost completely done with the first week. So, energies don't start and stop when our calendar week does. So some of this stuff may have already happened, and some of this may be lingering further into the month. So these will be the energies here of what's helping you. This is an energy that may hinder you, and this is going to be your challenge for the month. And underneath it all, okay. So help, we had Two of Wands. Hinder, we had Queen of Pentacles. Challenge, High Priestess. And underneath it all, we have the Two of Wands. So the Two of Wands is going to thread through the month of August. And the Two of Wands speaks to, or excuse me, the Three of Wands. I apologize for that. You have the three here and the two here. The Three of Wands is sort of your underlying energy. This speaks to waiting for your ships to come in. This is expansion of a project, of an endeavor. This is knowing that a decision that had been made is going to be fruitful, but you're waiting. This can indicate hesitation. This can indicate knowing that something that is growing and prospering is coming. And so this is a very patient but expectant card. Okay, you are expecting what it is that you've manifested, and you know it's coming. It is coming. Your ships are coming right in. Okay, and you're being patient. Um, you've made your decision, and it's it's sort of set in stone here. Okay, and you're looking off into the waters, knowing that something better is coming for you. Okay, so that's going to ribbon through the month here. Now, our first week or thereabouts, we have the Magician card. Now, the Magician card is definitely the manifester. Um, I'm recording this video. It is the 5th of August right now. Um, this is the time to manifest. We have the first sliver of the crescent moon from the new moon. Okay, so if you're going to cast a spell, if you're going to manifest, if you are going to set intentions, this is the time to do it. Okay, the Magician speaks to having all of the tools necessary to manifest what is desired. Okay, all of the emotional needs are met. All of the knowledge and wisdom is there. All of the passion and action is there. All of the finances, all of the tangible, it's all there. The universe is supporting this manifestation with this lemniscate, the infinity symbol. And there are also entities that are supporting you. So this is a universal support of manifestation. Okay? And again, these energies have already started, they have already moved on. This is a general reading, so please take what resonates, let the rest fall away. But shortly after this manifestation happens, we have the Two of Pentacles. And it is very interesting to me that these two cards side by side, here he has the small lemniscate, um, above him, and it's, as above, so below, the way his hands and this wand is pointing. Well, now look, now you have manifested. You have it in your hands. You are literally dealing with whatever it is you have manifested. So be careful what you're thinking, Capricorn. This is big stuff. The Two of Pentacles normally speaks about travel, um, going with the flow, juggling more than one thing. This is also speaking about balance. You have, your work and home life balance. You have your home life and your, going out with friends life. This is about trying to balance more than one thing at a time, and it shows that sometimes you have to drop one of the things that you are sort of trying to keep in the air. Like the plate spinner. When you have too many plates and all of a sudden they start falling down, sometimes this card can indicate that something has to be let go in order for you to fully put your energy into something else. Okay? Because if not, what you were hanging on to, trying to keep both or more than two things in the air at a time, you're going to lose everything. So instead of losing everything, you might have to decide which one needs to be set down in order to fully support the one that you're most passionate about. And this is sort of also the what comes around goes around. We are also in the 8th month of the year. It's a very karmic card. I again had mentioned there's some karmic energy around you right now. And dream state, that karmic right above his head there. This could be something that, something from your past or something from past lives or something that's a karmic lesson. You may actually be struggling and or juggling right now. What else? Twos of Pentacles also speak to decisions. So you really do have a decision to make, and only you would know what that decision is. Are you going to set something down so you can fully concentrate on, attaining something that needs to be attained? Or are you going to try to juggle everything at once and risk losing it all? You can have it all, but you might lose it all. Okay? And so there is a decision to be made. This also, for some of you, I see that this travel, you have to travel for work. And that may be part of your juggle, is that, you're having to travel for work, whether it's out of town or just a long commute to the city or wherever, or maybe you are a traveler for work, and, you know, you're spending a lot of time doing that, and it's making good dough to support your family and your home, but your family and your home are missing you, right? So you're sort of being tugged in both directions. Or you have a job in one location and, a different interest in a different location, and you're not quite sure which way to go because the pros and cons are sort of equaling up, and you're going to have to decide because you can't keep up. Maybe you're consulting for a company and working as an employee for another, and you love both of the aspects of both jobs, but they're far apart, and you can't keep up the schedule, and one is just as demanding as the other, and they sort of want the exclusivity. So there's some decisions that need to be made. Pentacles speak to not just your finances, your career, but they speak to home, family, and also your health. So there may be some health issues that you're trying to juggle and get balanced. This is also indicating medicine. You might have to be sort of trying out different uh, supplement and medicine regimens. Maybe you've gone to get some type of help, and whether it's homeopathic or whether it's from a traditional means, you might find that you have to sort of mess with the dosage, or you have to try to find a balance. Maybe taking something in the morning is a little too strong in your stomach, so maybe you have to try it at night. And you're sort of in a place where you're not quite sure what's going to work, but you're working on it. Okay, so that's also speaks to that as well. So then in the middle of the month, we have the Knight of Cups. Okay, the Knight of Cups is an offer of love. Okay, this does not mean necessarily that it's an offer of romantic love. This is just an offer of caring, an offer of emotional support. This is not a very quick moving energy. It's water, so it does flow, but I'm feeling more like it's not the raging river. It's sort of like the lazy river. So this, of course, can be a person, although I do not like to assign people when I'm doing general readings such as these, because there are so many of you. But if it is a person, it is usually somebody who is very caring, very charismatic, very charming, loyal, friendly, loves relationships, is a good partner, faithful, goes with the flow. But this could also be somebody who is in a relationship and then something else catches their eye and they float around the corner because that's where they want to go. Okay, so this isn't necessarily a long-term relationship type of person, um, but it's not necessarily, someone who just floats away. This is just genuinely somebody who loves love. Okay, if it is a person. And if it is a person, it's usually a water sign of, which would be the Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. So, um, getting away from, attaching this to a person, the energy of this card is one that you will either be receiving this offer of love, of emotional support, of something that sort of tugs at your heartstrings, because cups are emotion, cups are, your heart, cups are also your intuition. So again, referring back to the stones that were thrown earlier, you'll be getting some dreamy um, messages, some dreamy offers, some intuitive uh, clarity on something. This also indicates that you may be the one offering emotional support to somebody. You may be around the energy of people that are going through some heartbreak, and you're actually just going to be nice. This is kindness. This is kindness in a loving, heartfelt way. Okay, so that's mid-month, and again, this offer of love and support. Let's swing back to this Three of Wands. You're waiting on your ships to come in, and this offer happens. This could be related to these ships coming in, right? Because after after we have this offer of love and support, we're ending the month on a bang. We have the sun. Okay, this is joy, this is happiness, this is fulfillment, this is freedom, this is, this is warmth. Okay, I feel like um, I just imagine, being in the sun. Okay, for us right now, where I'm located, it is hot. So, you step outside and you feel the warmth in the air, but you feel it on your skin, and you feel, it warms everything. It heats everything. So there's a warmth. There's a it's sort of like, soup. It's warm. It's homey. It's fulfilling. It's sort of, soul food, right? So you're ending the month on a very positive note. Um, the sun can also mean wish fulfillment. So, you've gone from manifesting what you want into actual tangible things, having it just tug at your heartstrings and, riding off into the sunset, basically. Happy go lucky. Okay? Now, the energy that is going to help you through this month is the Two of Wands. That's why I kind of got mixed up earlier, is because they look very similar as far as for people with bad eyesight like myself. Um, so we have this Two of Wands. This energy that will help you, Capricorn, is the Two of Wands is speaking about. Of course, this is fire, and let me mention also, this is, we have fiery energy here, which is, we have the sun in Leo right now. So, and we have these two fire cards. Wands are the sign of fire. So you want to watch the Leo video, because I feel like there's some messages for you there. Whether it's your rising or your moon or not, doesn't matter. I feel like there's some extra messages. Maybe not the whole thing, but you'll know once you pick it up. It may be from the cards, or it may be from the intuitive stones. Um, but anyway, the help coming to you is the Two of Wands, which speaks to um, a partnership. It speaks to leaving something behind and moving forward with something. Again, we have this duality, this decision, leaving something down, putting something down and moving forward with something else. You literally have the world at your hands. Okay, you have the ability to have whatever you want. Okay, this is a very passionate partnership. This could be an incredibly, um, you know, exciting endeavor. This could be the meeting of in some decks. I can't get the photo out of my head. I believe it's the Morgan Greer deck. There are two hands that are shaking, and it's very it's like it's a partnership, but it's with an unlikely partner. Okay, this could be deciding to go ahead and sort of go against the grain. Okay, so this is deciding uh, to maybe go with somebody who maybe had the more unusual idea. This is somebody who is maybe older than you or younger than you if it's a romantic endeavor. This is maybe somebody who um, you know, had maybe been scoffed at for the ideas before, but you really think there's something there. This is whatever this help is coming to you, whatever this project. This is exciting. It's going to flourish. It's going to work. Whatever decision you make, it's going to be the right one, because this too is coming in as help for you. So definitely pay attention to your dreams. Be careful what you wish for. I feel like this is a great month of manifestation for you, Capricorn. Um, and the help coming to you may be in the form of somebody that you wouldn't necessarily consider a helpful energy. Maybe it's somebody that you're like, oh, they're just stupid, or I mean, not stupid, but you know what I mean. Like, you might be thinking, oh, well, they don't know anything about X, Y, or Z, so okay, I'll go ahead and listen to their opinion, but whatever. and then you hear it and it's like, wow, they really know what they're talking about in this regard. So um, there's some help coming to you, Capricorn, and just keep your eyes open for where it's coming from, because I feel like you're going to be surprised unexpectedly, in that it's going to come from a place you wouldn't necessarily expect it. It might be from, it might just be somebody at, I guess I keep picturing like a counter where you pay for something, like a gas station or something, and somebody either beside you or behind the counter just, says something, or they're on the phone and you overhear this thing, and you're all of a sudden like, oh gosh, that's it. Okay, so keep your eyes and ears open. There's some unlikely inspiration coming your way, as a surprise and as a help. And what energy is going to hinder you? We have the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, this Queen of Pentacles speaks to, of course, luxury, stability. This is Earth energy, Capricorn. This is you. This is, you know, having the roses to smell, right? This is comfort. This is home. This is health. This is everything we sort of want. Now, the caveat to this would be, sometimes the Queen of Pentacles gets so focused on the material aspect of things that she sort of pushes everything else out of, keeps everything at arm's length, okay? So this is, the Queen of Pentacles, she has her stability and she wants to keep it that way. She is nurturing. She is, motherly-ish, or he is, supportive and has that quality too. It's a very grounded energy, but in a way that it would hinder is that, Capricorn, you're an earth energy too, so is Taurus, and so is Aries, or excuse me, not Aries, but Virgo. And the way this would hinder your movement forward is that you get so focused on the tangible. You get so focused on the money, so focused on the career, so focused on your health, that you forget about relationships. There's no, this is a lovely, hearty, earthy card, but she will cut her losses if it means, she'll cut the relationship before she gives up what she has, okay? So this may be the hindrance that this is speaking to. Something has to be dropped, okay? This may be speaking about, you know what, you have to get rid of a couple of those things in order to manifest what you really want, okay? This also could mean, a hindrance with the Queen of Pentacles would be, sort of, because the Queen is more of a water energy, and then the Pentacle is an earthy, grounded energy. So the way this would come across as a hindrance would be that your thought process isn't quite clear. Okay, water and earth sort of get muddy, right? So again, referring back to the stones, you might have some information coming in either intuitively or via your dream state, and it's just not clear. Okay, so you might be thinking one thing, but you're not quite sure, but then you act on it. Okay, so um, try to keep your mind clear, keep your priorities straight, okay, and know that just because, yes, we do need finances to be stable, because we have to pay to live places, right? We have to pay for, water and electricity and things like that. It is a necessity, but um, some of the extra luxury items, she's very much adorned in luxury fabrics, and she's very companionable, um, but sometimes this this is not all that there is, okay, in the world. So again, be careful what you manifest, and what you think, because some of this you have to sort of be pruned back, so to speak. And what will actually be a challenge for you, and this makes a lot of sense, the High Priestess. Um, this speaks to information that is unknown. Okay, and so again, back to the stones. We are 100% having trouble deciphering our dreams. We are having trouble figuring out what it is, our intuition, and what it is that, your spirit or your higher self is trying to tell you. So that is your challenge for the month, Capricorn, is just sort of, and look, we have this beautiful sliver of a moon that our feet are on. Um, it's one of those things where, yes, I know it's there, but you can't quite put your finger on it. Okay, so write it down. Um, put as many details, of your dreams, of your intuitive messages. If something, if if you haven't really dealt with, learning how to be um, conscious of your intuitive side, right? A quick way is when you hear a voice in your head and it says something, but it really wasn't you. It sounds like it's when you think something, right? It's usually in your voice, or maybe it isn't. But a thought runs through your head, and all of a sudden you'll be like, I didn't purposely think that. Okay, that's an intuitive message. Okay, that's intuition. That's uh, spirit or the universe or God or angels or whom whatever it is that you're connecting with or that's connecting to you or trying to passed on loved ones. When you hear those things, when you smell a weird smell, write that stuff down. That's There's a message in it for you. Maybe it's a song. Maybe it's like I said, maybe it's a smell. Maybe it is you find pennies or dimes or just in odd places. Not like you clean the couch and you found some change, right? Who doesn't? But odd places like you wipe the counter down and you go and you do something else, throw laundry in, and you come back and there's a coin laying there, and you know damn well it wasn't there before, right? So stuff like that happens, or you take a step and for some reason you look down and there's something by your foot, or you look at the clock and it's 111 or 444 or 555, like repetitive numbers. So that's your challenge this month, Capricorn, is to receive and interpret your messages. Okay, because that's what the high priestess does. That's that's what I do, right? This is the high priestess in action. This is receiving messages and relaying them best that you can. Now, although you'll be getting messages, I do have to say, and I maybe haven't said this in all of the videos, but um, you're really only going to get the information that you were meant to have. Okay? Um, Sometimes, yes, you are forewarned about things that are happening around the corner. However, if it is in your best interest not to know, then you won't know. I won't get that message, therefore I won't relay it. Okay? Does that make sense? Um, so anyway, Capricorn, I hope this helps navigate through some of these energies. Just know that your ship is coming in. Whatever it is that you're trying to manifest, it's happening. Um, I feel like I have to say again, there's some overseas travel. I see it so clearly here, and then also with this Knight of Cups. Um, maybe you're uh, planning and prepping for a vacation. Maybe there's some final plans. Maybe there's a surprise element to a trip that's fixing to happen. So in any case, I hope this helps you. And again, if you would like a reading that is specifically just for you, please check out my website, mysticinspirations.com. And until I see you again, please take care.